It is the first day of winter, and it's time now to find out if our autumn's relatively warm weather, which we had, whether that will actually continue for the next few months or so. Senior meteorologist Jonathan Howe from the Bureau of Meteorology, though, says that the temperatures won't be as cool this winter.
It's hard to believe it's already the 1st of June. As you mentioned, lots of Australia has seen an incredibly warm autumn, particularly across the south of the country. We haven't really seen those cold days really set in yet, and the Bureau has released its outlook for the next 3 months. So in terms of temperatures, a bit of variation across the country. If you are across parts of southern WA, South Australia, Victoria and Tasmania, we are looking at a warmer than typical winter, which will be no surprise given how warm it has been over autumn. And we also are expecting to see warmer typical conditions over the next 3 months across northern Australia. For the rest of the country, also expecting to see above average temperatures, but really across the south of the country it's going to be quite a bit warmer than usual. It doesn't mean that we won't get these cold days coming through. We still get those every winter, but they probably will be less frequent and probably will see less of those cooler days coming through. Also quite importantly for southern South Australia and Victoria, because it has also been so dry, there is actually an unseasonal increased risk of winter bushfires as well. So really reminding people across southern Australia to keep across those forecasts over the next few months.
All right, so that's drought there in that area, but what about rainfall? We know that New South Wales, mid-north coast, still recovering from the heavy rains and the floods, of course. Rainfall over the next few months or so, what does that look like?
So looking broadly across Australia, we are looking at above median rainfall for much of the mainland, but there are exceptions to that. So starting off on the east coast first, for New South Wales and southeast Queensland is looking to be near typical to slightly above average rainfall. So we're not getting that really strong signal like what we are seeing across central Australia and also western parts of WA. We are expecting to see a wetter than typical dry season for them. But then across the south of the country, particularly for those drought affected areas of South Australia and Victoria, there is no clear signal either way at this stage. So we are expecting to see a typical rainfall sort of season across winter. And in terms of probability, what that means is that there's roughly equal chance of seeing above, below or near median rainfall. So for those drought affected parts, it is really important to keep an eye on that short-term forecast, because it's those individual weather systems that will really be really critical to seeing whether we do get that autumn break coming through soon.
All right, Jonathan, that's the rain. We've covered temperatures, but of course, in terms of winter, lots of skiers will want to know what's happening with the snow situation.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Australia's snow season is incredibly fickle, so it can vary very much from year to year. We do know that as with Australia's warming climate, it does mean that snow seasons are less reliable. They're becoming shorter and also increasing in elevation, so we're not getting that low-level snow like what we used to do. However, with snow, though, all it takes is one big cold front, one big weather system coming through to change the fortunes of the ski season. So for those looking to head to the slopes over the next few months, really keep an eye on those weather systems coming through, bringing those big snow dumps. But generally, we are seeing that snow season becoming more contracted year after year.